Classical Indian dance has had well over 2,000 years to evolve and spread. India is a huge and ancient country, and there are 7 major Indian classical dance styles from different parts of the country. Bharatanatyam, a classical dance style from South India, originated in temples as a form of ritual worship of gods and goddesses, and is performed by both male and female dancers. Kathak is a classical dance style from the north. It is believed to be developed by storytellers in the temples to tell the stories from great epics and other mythological stories. Here is Kathak being performed by a male dancer describing one of the Hindu gods, Ganesh, the remover of obstacles, who has an elephant head, flapping ears, a long trunk, and a big belly. Here is another Kathak dancer performing a Kathak technique presenting improvised footwork, movement coordination using rapid whirling movements set to a fixed time cycle. This dance is performed with precision and spontaneity. It was developed in Mughal courts when dance was brought from temple to court during the time of Mughal rule in North India. Mohiniyattam is a classical dance style from Kerala in the southwest of India. It is a dance that uses techniques of Bharatanatyam and Kathakali and is performed exclusively by women. The main theme of the dance is love in its devotional form, often in devotion to Lord Vishnu or Krishna as the hero. Odissi, a temple dance of Orissa, comes from the central eastern part of India. This dance brings to mind the breathtaking beauty of Orissa's temple sculpture. The main characteristic of this dance style is Tribhangi, 3 body bends at the neck, torso and at the waist. Kuchipudi from Kuchipudi village in Andhra Pradesh, a state in South India, is a classical dance drama, and some of the repertoires are being performed as a solo dance. Kathakali, a classical dance drama from South India, Kerala, is traditionally performed by men, and even female roles are performed by men. It's a very dramatised art form and has distinct, vivid costumes and makeup according to different characters and is mainly performed by more than one actor. To train in Indian classical dance styles, full-time training is necessary.
if you just want to perform it, you can still learn it as a student dancer and you can perform. But if you want to really master the art form and if you want to take it as a profession, then you need to study full time, mastering the technique and the expressive aspect of it, but also to know about this history and the theory. So you become also a good teacher as well as a wonderful performer.
Manipuri from eastern India is one of the softest and most graceful dance styles. It is a dance of the temples of the East and dedicated to the stories of Radha and Krishna. All classical dance styles have their own distinctive and colourful costumes. These costumes and makeup are very elaborate and can take from 1 to 5 hours to prepare.
Hi, my name is Revati. I've been dancing since I was 6 years old. And if you ask me about the link between Hinduism and Indian classical dance, it is that the basis of Indian classical dance is Hinduism. According to myth, there is a sage called Parada Muni who created the Natya Veda as a fifth Veda within Hinduism, and he had help from the gods Shiva, Brahma, and Parvati. And he taught his students based off this Natya Veda.
In India, there are like more than 6 different dance styles, classical dance styles. And each of them comes from different parts of India. Each state has their own unique dances, and each dance styles influence the environment and the customs and traditions of their states. And the major dance styles are like Mohiniyattam, Bharatanatyam, Kuchipudi, Odissi, Kathak, Manipuri, and Chau. And in this, I teach Mohiniyattam, Bharatanatyam, and Kuchipudi. The Mohiniyattam originates from Kerala, and that dance is so graceful, and the expressions are entirely different from other dances, and the costume is different. It uses only white costume with the golden border, and in Mohiniyattam we use eyebrows, cheeks, lips, everything to show our expressions, which you not see in other dances. And then the next dance is from Tamil Nadu, which is closer to Kerala, that is Bharatanatyam. And Bharatanatyam has more like rigid footwork, and it's more kind of, compared to Mohiniyattam, it's kind of stiff in their movements. And the costume is entirely different. They have a skirt pattern, and they have sari, Indian style sari pattern, and then pants type. They all have 3 different styles of costumes, and the facial expressions might be similar to, not might be, it's like similar to Mohiniyattam, but there are some limitations to how we use. We don't use that much of eyebrows or lips compared to Mohiniyattam. And The third one is Kuchipudi. Kuchipudi is similar to Bharatanatyam, and it is coming from Andhra Pradesh, which is closer to Tamil Nadu. So it has more influence from Bharatanatyam. And mostly the steps are just like rigid like Bharatanatyam, and but it has more flow, just like Mohiniyattam. It has more flow on it, and all three dances have same kind of facial makeup, but the costumes are different.
I think the biggest difference is more so that Bollywood dance isn't as religious and devotional, and you could just do whatever you want for Bollywood, as in there's no really set of rules and guidelines that you have to follow, but classical is more religious and devotional, and there's books and guidelines, everything on it, and even though there's different styles, it has actual steps and rules that are set where you could learn and follow, and Bollywood's more so like whatever you want to do.
What's been the hardest struggle in dance for you?
The hardest struggle for me is doing expressions, or what we call abhinaya, because it's more so, it's like actors where you have to express from what your experiences have been, and a lot of situations in the dance you've never been through it, so it's hard to evoke that emotion, but you have to practice so much to get the expressions right, and it's not even one set expression, it's how you put your twist on the emotions, or what you do to personalize it. So it doesn't always have to be one set expression, so that's why it's hard to put yourself in it.
We were told that you're really good at doing facial expressions, so what's the importance of facial expressions in posture with dance?
With facial expressions abhinaya, it's all about being in the character. It's not, oh, I have to be sad, that means I have to put my lips down or something. No, it's about like feeling the sadness within you, because if you can't feel it within you, you can't portray it to the audience. So whether it's sadness, whether it's angry, whether it's happiness or being flirtatious or whatever it is, you have to feel it within you to portray it. The hardest struggle, I would say, is balancing. When you learn more than one style of dance, it's very hard to balance both styles. Keeping your Bharatanatyam to its Bharatanatyam, Mohiniyattam, since they're very different. Bharatanatyam being a very stiff and very hard kind of dance, like hard foot. And Mohiniyattam being a very flowy, you bend a lot, you sway with all of your moves, and your hands tend to sway a bit more, but in Bharatanatyam you're very stiff. So it's hard to draw a very distinct line between the two dances when you're performing two different types of dance. So it's difficult for me to keep the two separate because I tend to mix them together by accident.
So regular class practices we have on Friday, I have on Fridays and Saturdays, it's like 2 hours long or 3 hours long. But if it comes to programs and things like that, then it's a lot longer because obviously we have to perfect it and we don't have a lot of time. But practices are really hard and long, but in the end it's all striving for perfection, so it comes out good.
When you perform on stage, do you feel like you're the same person? Like, do you feel like you're Shanu Mathew, or do you feel like you're portraying somebody else when you dance?
It depends on the dance itself, because sometimes you have to portray characters. So you have to get into their character and do all their emotions, but if it's just another dance, like a folk dance or something, where, you don't have to portray a character, yeah, I feel like it's myself.
I definitely feel like I'm somebody else, which is weird, but, whether in each dance you're portraying someone different, whether you're the narrator in the story, whether you're representing a god or a goddess, so you're becoming the character, you're becoming whoever it is, so it's not sharing women that you might see at school or with my friends, it's more of I'm being Krishna or I'm being the narrator of this story, and my facial expressions will change accordingly and my body language will change according to that.